Well, hello. My name is Gant and welcome back to Crystalline. Last time we met a pretty girl, we saw Pongo, and we're in this village. Alright, let's get started. Finally, we came upon the perimeter of the village. Leanna grins as she leads me towards the gate. Through the gates.
Here we are, Meadow Hill Village.
I take the time to catch my breath and discreetly rest my burning muscles. Leanna hardly seems affected by the long trek. We're finally here. Man, that shit was long. My feet are burning, you know? That's how it be. I pull my arms into a stretch. Phew, that was quite the journey. Leanna masks a chuckle.
A journey?
I nod. This time she can't quite hold back her laugh.
Let's continue. We can rest at the inn tonight.
As she resumes walking, I ignore my streaming legs and follow her. The village is bustling with people, even at this time of day. I suppose they're getting their last errands before nightfall. For the most part, everyone seems to focus on their own task. They barely glance at Leanna, but when their glances are drawn to me, they don't look away. In fact, their steps slow and they crank their necks as we pass. Now I know how an animal feels at a zoo. Leanna overhears my muttering and watches the people around us.
It's your clothes. They're very peculiar.
What? You're gonna tell me that a fantasy world like this one doesn't have a t-shirt and jeans? And Converse? Come on. Alright. What I'm wearing is normal where I'm from. Even though the stares are directed at me, Leanna seems equally uncomfortable.
Okay, new plan. Let's stop by the shops before they close. We don't need to draw attention to ourselves.
I instinctively pat my back pockets where I keep my wallet. I doubt they'll accept cards here or dollars. I don't have any money.
That's okay. I'll take care of it.
Dude, what did they use in Fantasy World? Like, it's mostly gold, right? Like Skyrim and Dragon Age, it's mostly gold. Or silver. Copper? I like a girl who's independent. I'm not gonna say that. Don't make a big deal out of it. No, she's really generous, man. When someone gives you a gift, you gotta be like, thank you so much. Thank you, I really appreciate it.
It's understandable given your circumstances.
I like how you're understanding of my situation right now. I'll pay you back once I can. Leanna smiles and nods. Leanna changes direction and leads me towards an adjacent street. There are rows of quaint shops lining both sides of the road. I read the signs as we walk by. Edward's Apothecary, Blackstone Forge, Dragon Scale Armory. Huh.
What is it?
I was just thinking how convenient it is that everything's in English here.
English?
I should have expected that question based on our previous conversation have gone, but I'm still a little taken aback. It's what we're speaking now.
We're speaking common.
We're speaking the common tongue. I don't know of this English you speak of. Imagine back then, like, we think of like English, like the English people. Imagine just like being a peasant, like, oh, we speak common. Like, we're English, but we speak the common tongue. I don't know what French is. They're fucking foreigners. This is the common tongue of our people. I wonder if it's the same way like back then. I don't know. I'm just being dumb right now. What? Leanna pauses in front of the shop and peers inside. Satisfied, she motions for me to follow.
Never mind. Come on in. We're here.
I step into the shop and the first thing I notice is the overpowering, musky smell of leather. It's not surprising considering the walls are lined with different types of leatherware. A small elderly man emerges from the back. A pair of round glasses sits on his nose and an apron hangs around his neck.
Welcome. Please, take a look around.
Got it, sir. His smile falters when he notices me. Leanna clears her throat.
We're looking for a new wardrobe for my friend here.
Yeah, cause I'm wearing something that's not common around here. Don't know what a t-shirt is and jeans. What kind of people are these? Fucking foreigners. Well, I'm the foreigner. I invaded this place. You know, man, they got Mexicans everywhere. Even in Terra.
Yes, of course.
What do you mean, of course? Like, does my outfit suck? The fuck? The shopkeeper blinks back to reality and resumes his pitch.
Well, you've come to the right place. We tan our hides and stitch the pieces ourselves. You won't find any finer quality than here.
Leanna smiles politely and strolls towards the sections. I check out 2 seemingly identical leather vests, both of which are marked at different prices. I really can't see a difference between the 2. Maybe they boost different stats? Come on, my dude. Hey, Leanna. She turns around. Which one of these will increase my... Am I seriously doing this? Which one is more... defense? That's so stupid.
I suppose technically any of these could. They'll all give at least a minimal amount of protection in battle.
That's so dumb. Which one will increase my defense? Like, all the other ones seem ridiculous. Like, strength, like, dude, you're not gonna get stronger. Like, come on. Ugh. Come on, my dude, my guy. I mean, an armor rating? I mean, my armor rating. That doesn't exist. I feel like a dumb RPG guy, like, I don't know, like, if I was in front of a pretty girl and I'm saying this, it would be fucking cringe. I'm sorry. It's just like, she's really pretty and I'm being very dumb right now. What the fuck? So, none of these will raise any stats. What the... No, guy. This will raise your intelligence. This will raise your boost. Oh, fuck. I'm thinking of what's Skyrim? This one was fire resistance. It's 15 enchantment, armor and whatever. I haven't played Skyrim in a long time. Leave me alone. Leanna gives me a weird look. Like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Do your clothes where you come from raise stats?
Well, they raise social stats. Like, if you're homeless and poor, like, you're gonna have, like, you know what I mean? If you're poor, you have 0 social stats, and if you're wearing, like, a suit, you got, like, maximum social stats, probably. Only if you consider cool points to be a stat. She looks just as confused as before. Never mind. She smiles and we continue pursuing. Pursuing. I don't know, I can't read. One by one, Leanna and I pick out my new outfit. Once all the prices has been chosen, she goes to haggle with the shopkeeper. I tune out their discussion and I watch the people passing by. Their clothes are simple in design, meant to be more functional than ostentic. To my surprise, everyone's walking around armed. This village doesn't seem dangerous, but looks can be deceiving.
Why don't you get changed now? There's a space in the back to give you some privacy.
Alrighty. I nod and I take my clothes from her. Once I ensure privacy, I quickly get changed. Luckily, these clothes have pockets and I can just transfer everything over. I palm my wallet and deck of cards and loose chains. Next is my phone. I try to turn it on just to see if it will work, but it doesn't react. Battery must be dead. Damn it, how am I going to play Angry Birds right now? Or watch my YouTube? Well, there's no internet here, but I don't know, maybe my downloaded YouTube videos or Hulu videos or Netflix videos that I could watch offline. I'm so useless without my phone. How will I survive? Sorry. I get the feeling they don't have wall chargers here. Struggling off, I slip my phone into my pocket too. Hey cutie. I'm sorry, I don't know why. She is really cute. Oh my god. Man, just look at her. Cute. Cute like a button. Boop. When I emerge, Leanna gives me a one-over. Once over. How do I look? She grins and nods in satisfaction.
Wow, look at you. Just like a native. This look suits you.
I match her grin. Thanks.
Let's go find the inn now.
Okay. She heads out of the shop and I follow her. Actually, maybe we can stop by the armory? She pauses and looks curiously at me.
Armory? You want to get a weapon?
Her question is careful, cautious. The goal is to blend in, right? It's weird that a person wearing leather armor is traveling unarmed. I look like a hostage or something.
You do have a point. Plus, it could come in handy.
Come in handy? I can't even use the sword. Really? Why do I not like the sound of that?
Do you know how to use a weapon?
Again, although her voice holds no hostility, I can sense her caution. I practice kendo competitively. She blinks. It's a type of sword fighting where I come from.
I see.
Leanna falls silent and she gazes out into the streets. After an extended pause, she nods. We head to the forge where rows of blades ranging from long swords to short daggers hang from the walls. All the blades look fairly plain, but the steel edge glisten dangerously amidst the warm glow of the forge. I like how he said this all looks plain. Dude, there's like jewels on this. This looks like gold right here. Look, this one looks like something you see from Zelda, like the Master Sword. And there are guns right here. The foot. Like this guy's like, everything looks plain. Look at this right here. Look at the left top corner. Right here. That's like a scythe. Come on. Unlike the previous shopkeeper, the metalsmith ignores us as he pounds out a red-hot blade. Sparks jump from the clanking metal. Reminds me of fireflies. Leanna lets me browse the swords. I reach for one that catches my eye. As I gently remove it from the shelf, I miscalculate the weight and drop it. Well, that's my sword now. I break it, I buy it, right? The steel scratches the ground with a sharp screech. The metalsmith pauses in his work to glower a warning. Leanna looks on in shock.
Careful!
I quickly right the sword back up and grip it tightly. Leanna now watches me with intrigue.
Is this the first time you've held a sword?
I live, bro. I just miscalculated. I got it. Practice ones only. Yeah, cause I practice kendo. Nothing beyond wooden swords. I take a practice swing and fumble the sword. Luckily, I tighten my grip and get it under control. Leanna looks uneasy. I swing again and the movements flow naturally. As the sword cuts through the air with a sharp chewing, I can't help but admire how smooth it slices. This is high quality craftsmanship. Let's go with this one. Hopefully it's not too expensive because they got jewels on their swords. As before, Leanna discussed this with the shopkeeper. When she returns, the strap of the sword, I strap the Sorry. As before, Leanna discusses with the shopkeeper. When she returns, I strap the sword to my belt. We make one more stop to gather supplies for our travel. By the time we're finished, the sun has set and the darkness blankets the sky. Let's stay with this voice for now. It keeps me cool and under control. The town is aglow with soft light glint? Soft lights glint from within houses and the lampposts on the streets. As we pass by a lamppost, I peek inside and see a small crystal shining brightly. Using the light to guide us, we find the inn. I take a seat at one of the queued tables while Leanna talks to the innkeeper behind the bar. There are a scattering of patrons, mostly men who sit alone, nursing a target of what I assume to be ale. I sniffle a yawn. Now that I have a chance to sit down, I feel the full weight of my fatigue. Luckily, Leanna returns and hands me a key.
This is your room for the night. It's right next to mine.
Cool. Thanks. She nods.
They should be coming out with our dinner soon. Then we should get to sleep. We have an early start tomorrow.
My stomach grumbles in anticipation. Sorry. Leanna smiles as she sits in the empty stool next to mine. Our meals arrive and I stare at the bowl before me. It's a gloop, thick stew and looks about as appetizing as dog food, but it smells pretty good. What is this?
It's stew.
What kind of stew?
Rabbit.
A brief image of a cute, fluffy bunny flashes across my eyes.
Is something wrong?
I'm actually vegetarian. I like how it's like, meat is murder. Nope, all good. Is there normal stew? I only eat non-GMO, all-natural, vegan, certified gluten-free, 100% whole grain, no trans fat, grass-fed, no preservatives, organic, and pasture meals. That's so stupid. Nope, it's all good. Because I love meat. And I never had rabbit stew before. I'm about to try new food. I'm all about trying new foods. Nothing's wrong. This is fine. Thanks. I take a I take a tentative bite of my stew.
How is it?
This is even better than I expected. Leanna grins as she digs in. I finish eating and Leanna cleans her bowl. Then the two of us head upstairs. She pauses in front of her room and I stop in front of mine. Good night.
Good night.
I'm about to enter my room when I hear a small voice.
Polly?
Oh, I forgot about Pongo. It's so adorable. Looking down, I see the Pongo back at my feet. Now that I think about it, ever since we entered the village, he's been awfully silent. Have you been following us this whole time? Or did you lose us and find us again? The Pongo blinks twice and bounces.
Polly.
Pongos aren't exactly welcomed everywhere.
Why? They're flipping adorable. Why the F are they not allowed? Why is that?
Well, they absorb the energy around them, including crystals which are used to light lampposts, or other similar items.
Use fire then. Fuck you guys. Ah. I can see how that would be bad.
I think this guy knew to stay out of sight once we came in here.
Aw. What if someone sees him here?
As long as he doesn't stray too close to a crystal, he'll be fine. People only make a fuss when it looks like their crystal might be drained.
Aw. Got it. She reaches towards the Pongo.
Do you want to sleep with me tonight?
Polly?
Oh, fuck you. It's my Pongo. Oh. The Pongo snuggles against my leg. Leanna sighs.
I thought as much.
Yeah, he loves me, not you. Come on, little guy. We're gonna have so much fun. You're like my dog. I'm gonna name you. I'm gonna name him my grandpa's dog that we have outside. Your name is gonna be Pinto. Your name is Pinto Beans from now on. She opens her door and flashes me one last smile.
Sleep well.
She disappears into her room. I open my door and step through. The Pongo... You know what? I'm not even gonna call him Pongo. I'm gonna call him Pinto. You know, Pinto, like the bean. Pinto beans. Pinto perks up.
Polly.
Damn right, Pinto. No, not in my room. No, I'm not gonna be big. I step away from the door, and Pinto hops in. You know what? I'm gonna say Pongo because I'm gonna confuse myself. But his name is Pinto. Let us not forget that. As I close the door behind him, he continues to hop around the room as if expecting it. inspecting it. Yawning widely, I collapse onto the bed. The pongo continues to circle the room. Are you looking for a good place to sleep?
Boy.
He suddenly leaps up and lands on my bed. Then he bounces to the foot of the bed and wiggles himself a cozy nest by creating a small crater on top of the blankets. I can't help but grin at the little guy. Good night, Pongo.
Boy.
Good night, Pinto. I roll over in bed, and it's not long before I fall asleep. A knock on my door jolts me awake. I sit straight up in the bed and barely notice the tiny yelp as the pongo tumbles to the floor. No, I pushed him off the bed. Hello? The knocking stops.
It's Leanna. Are you about ready?
No, it's too early. I rub my eyes and I blink at the feeble rays of light outside. What time is it?
It's past dawn. We need to get a move on if we want to make a good time.
Dawn? There's no good reason anyone should be awake at this hour. I attempt to lay back down in my bed when the knocking starts again. Alright, I'll be there in a minute. The noise stops. I yawn and stretch. Then, notice the pongo on the floor. What are you doing on the floor, buddy? Weren't you sleeping on the bed? The pongo wiggles and shoots me a accusatory look.
Boy.
I glance at the slight indentation of my pillow and back at the blue mass on the floor. Sorry, I didn't mean to knock you off. He looks cautiously at me, then hops on the bed and up onto my head.
Boy.
Pinto forgives me. He nips at my hair and then jiggles. I guess that means he forgiven me? I push myself to my feet and begin getting dressed. Once I grab all my things, I push open the door and nearly collide with Leanna. Whoa!
Are you ready to go?
Yeah. Leanna nods, then leads the way out of the inn. I follow her through town as we head north. It's a lot quieter than when you first arrive as the town gradually begins to wake up. We don't run into too many people on the streets. Although the shops aren't open yet, I can see the shopkeepers busy prepping for the day. Right before we reach the edge of the town, a guard stops us.
There's been heightened bandit activity reported on these roads.
Leanna's brows crease.
Are the roads closed?
No, but until we get a handle on the bandit activity, we're advising everyone to stay in town.
We can't stay.
Where are you headed?
We're headed to Illumia.
Damn right. No fucking guard is gonna stop us, pinche puto. The guard notices the sigil on Leanna's manipulator.
You're a Mage-Knight?
Sigil. Damn it. I hate when I read words and I'm like, that's a word I know, I just read it dumb. She nods. As the guard turns his focus to me, I draw attention to the blade on my hip. He nods, gruffles, then moves out of our way.
Just be careful out there.
Thank you.
She motions for me to follow her. Alright, dude. Once we're back on the familiar dirt path, I take one last look at Meadow Hill Village before refocusing on the road ahead of me. Our trek along the path is peaceful. The forest gradually awakens with bird songs and the scruffling of woodland animals. Having grown up in the city, the sounds of nature still startles me, and I glance at every rustle of the leaves. Leanna, though, seems unfazed. Her eyes routinely survey her surroundings. Suddenly, she freezes. I nearly bumped into her. What the?
Shh.
I fall silent as she listens. When she speaks, her voice is a whisper.
Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear that. I strain my ears, listening for anything out of place. Then I hear the voices among the trees. Bandits? A strangled scream pierced the air, scaring a flock of birds into flight.
Someone might be in danger.
Let's go. I'm changing my voice because we are the heroes of our story. Her previous caution abandoned, Leanna sprints towards the sound, and I follow her at her heels. We both take cover as the trees open up, revealing a man in a trench coat surrounded by 5 bandits. One more bandit lies motionless on the ground. Upon seeing their fallen comrade, the bandits all unsheathe their weapons. 3 of them hold long swords, and 2 of them point guns. The trenchcoat man doesn't stir. His dark hair falls over his eyes, and I can't see his face.
He won't get away from us this time. Take him out.
The man pushes his coat and draws 2 guns as the bandits coverage. Leanna sets her jaw.
Stay here.
As soon as the words fall from her lips, she races out of the trees. Her hair whips behind her, and her white coattail billows into a graceful arc. She moves faster than any human, as if the air is pushing her towards instead of dragging her down. Her gauntlet is clenched as a blue spear glows, then disappears as she smashes her fist into the nearest bandit. He flies away from her and crashes against the trees before crumbling into a heap.
A Mage-Knight?
Damn right.
She must be with him.
Or she's after the bounty. Take her out too.
No, you're not gonna... Dude, I'm not gonna listen to her. I'm gonna go fight them. Come on, I'm a fighter, remember? Gotta show them my hands. Now I'm packing heat. Show them the sword. The mysterious man fires a hail of purple blast at the bandits, catching one of them in the chest. Leanna deflects the sword from another bandit with her own blade. I can't just sit here and do nothing. I have to help. Ignoring Leanna's command, I unsheathe my sword and charge into battle. Ooh. Dude, I haven't played this. Look. I only played the what was it? When it was early access, so I didn't really get to see this. Alright, let's see what we gotta do. Come on. Ooh, shield. Oh, I gotta match him. Shield. Battle axe. Shield. Battle axe. Boom, I win. That was a little fun. Leanna breathes heavily as she surveys the bodies around her. She glances at me and the stranger who's still standing.
Anyone hurt?
I do a gentle pat down on myself and wince at my bruises. Nothing major. Leanna nods, then she fidgets with her manipulator. The man stands silent as he inspects his gun. Now that I have a better look at him, I realize that although his fierce scowl makes him seem tough, he doesn't look that much older than me. His hair has a habit of falling around his eyes, but as he pushes it back, I notice a long scar cut across his eye, right there. Once satisfied, he tucks his gun back into his belt and gets to his feet. He nods at us.
Thanks.
I like that fucking voice, I'm not gonna lie. Then he turns away because he's an edgelord. I'm like, Shadow, thanks. Then just looks away like a badass.
Wait!
He pauses.
Where are you headed?
Why?
There might be more bandits around. We should team up if we're going in the same direction. Safety in numbers.
She's smart. It's the same thing here in Islas. You gotta be safety in numbers. Because if you're by yourself, you're gonna get fucked. Safety in numbers is always better. Unless they got a gun, then you're fucked. He studies us in a stoning silence. Then his gaze flicks to her manipulator, and he relaxes slightly.
Where are you going?
We're headed headed to Illumia.
Yeah, we're gonna go to college. We're college students, you see? You see her with her textbooks right here, and you see me with my college hairdo. We're going to college, man, come on. You look like a college boy. You could be a frat boy. Sorry.
Me too.
Ooh. Leanna nods.
You're from the Mage Guild?
Yes, I'm Leanna.
And I'm Gya.
Zach.
Boy.
And that is Pinto. All of us glanced at the little blue Pongo, who seemingly popped out of nowhere. And, this is our little friend. I named him Pinto because he has a cool Pongo.
I see.
The Pongo blinks at Zach, who stares him down. The Pongo bounces uncertainly.
Boy.
You better not be scaring my Pongo. I'll beat the crap out of you, Zach. Zach unblinkingly stares, never waver. So the Pongo scoots behind my leg for safety.
Now that introductions are over, let's get moving.
Zach waits for us to collect our things, and once we're all set, we head back on the road. Leanna and I lead the way, the Pongo keeping pace with us, while Zach hangs a few steps behind us. Let's see. Let's ask him about his weapons. So what type of gun is Zach carrying?
You mean his discharger?
What's a discharger? I hear a sound behind us. Zach raises an eyebrow when I turn to look at him.
Did you hit your head or something?
I'm not from here, I'm a foreigner, come on. Mi no hablo inglés. Mi hablo gammon. Leanna looks a little uncomfortable.
He's not exactly from around here.
Zach crosses his arms.
I see.
Yeah. There's a pause. So, a discharger.
It's a weapon that uses crystal spheres to power it.
So, it is a gun.
Maybe?
The spears are like the bullets. Well, it's kind of a magazine in some sense because it uses to fire bullets, or in this case, bolts of energy. Leanna looks uncertain. Although it makes sense in my head, I can see why she might be confused. Never mind, I got it, thanks.
Sure.
She smiles. I feel Zach gaze on me, but his expression is hard to read. What about her speed? Leanna, I saw you during the fight. How were you able to move so fast?
Oh, I cast wind magic to manipulate my movements.
Oh, so like putting on a speed buff.
They're small adjustments, like shifting the draft to move me forward, or using a breeze to help lift me during jumps.
Damn, that sounds amazing. That sounds awesome. She grins.
The next time you're lagging behind, I'll use my wind to give you a little boost.
Damn, what a bit. That would be amazing. I can already imagine myself running like the wind. Leanna seems pleased by my reaction. Dude, like, if I'm tired, I'm like, I can't do it no more. She just like pushes me. It's like, fuck. How did Zach know you're in the Mage Guild?
He saw my emblem.
She lifts up her arm and points to the sigil on her manipulator. What exactly does the Mage Guild do?
We investigate any type of magical anomaly. The Mage Guild in Havengard is actually headquartered in Illumia.
Ooh. Sort of like a police force? Leanna furies her brow.
Police?
Like how a detective goes out into the field to solve mysteries.
A little like that.
It now makes sense as to why the guard in Meadow Hill Village and Zach relaxed after seeing Leanna's emblem. Well, it looks like that guard was telling the truth. There definitely are bandits on this road.
Yeah.
There's something in her voice which makes me think she doesn't completely agree. What is it?
It's just, well, for bandits, they were pretty well equipped.
She stares hard at Zach, but doesn't react. What does that mean? Are they not bandits? Leanna continues to look at Zack.
I'm not sure.
They were bandits.
Look at him, he's like, they were bandits. They weren't assassins trying to kill me. She looks sharply at Zack, obviously caught off guard.
Sure.
That didn't sound too convincing. The subject drops, but I still feel a little uneasy. If those guys weren't bandits, then who were they? And why were they attacking Zack? The question circles my mind as the conversation lulls into silence. Leanna leads the way, though she seems to have something on her mind. Zack trails from behind. He remains on heightened alert. We travel together for quite some time without further interruptions. I can feel my legs starting to burn from all the walking. Leanna squints at the sky.
We should make camp before it gets dark.
Zack nods.
There's a good spot up ahead which hides us from view. It'll still give us visibility on any intruders, though.
Sounds good. Zack leads the way, and soon we reach the clearing. The three of us get to work setting up camp. I roll out my bedroller near the campfire and notice how thinly it spreads on the ground. Can this thing really be comfortable? I guess there's only one way to find out. I lie down on the bedroll and place my hand behind my head. This isn't as bad as I thought. A yawn escapes my lips. I could definitely fall asleep here. My gaze lingers on the night sky above, the moon hanging in the inky sky, dotted with so many pinprick of silver lights. They sparkle vividly as if trying to chase away the darkness. I breathe out a breath in wonder. I never knew the stars could shine so brightly. I try to pick out a familiar constellation, but the star patterns above are so unfamiliar.
What are you looking at?
I quickly sit up at the sound of Leanna's voice. She's holding 2 steamy bowls in her hand. I accept one of the bowls with a smile, and she sits beside me, just admiring the sky. This place is really beautiful. Back where I live, you don't get to see so many stars.
How come?
Light pollution. Our cities are filled with so much light that it drowns out stars. Leanna gazes thoughtfully at the sky.
Right. It's a little harder to see the stars in town than it is out here.
I shake my head. That's not the same. Some nights I don't see the stars at all. Her eyes widen in surprise. Then she placed her chin on her hand.
A night sky without stars.
She looks at me.
What's your world like?
Let's see. It's really cool tech. It's bad. Humans are a plague to the planet. Different, but more or less the same. Well, yeah, it's more like medieval, but... You know what I mean? No, it's cool tech. It's really different. We don't have any magic, but we do have a lot of technology instead.
What sort of technology?
Things like cars.
What's a car?
It's a means of transportation. With a car, we can have made the journey from Meadow Hills Plain to Meadow Village within half an hour instead of half a day. Leanna looks intrigued.
You have an animal that can travel that fast?
No, it runs off gas or electricity, depending on what type of car you have.
So it's like our carriages, which are powered by crystals. The more energy it uses, the faster it goes.
Something like that. We have airplanes too, which flies into the sky so we can have faster travel to other areas on the world.
Humans who can fly?
Leanna's eyes grow in wonder and she grins.
What else do you have?
Let's see. We have the internet. The interweaves. No, mobile phones. I don't know. I think phones are better because without the phones you can't have internet or anything. It is a way to reach the voice to millions. Don't get me wrong, like the internet's cool and like right now I'm reaching you, the viewer. But phones are so much better. You could reach family, friends, anyone on the planet. if you have their number. It is an amazing thing. Like, this is recent, but like telephones and everything, like radios, that shit's pretty cool. Cell phones, actually. I fish into my pocket and pull out my phone. This is my cell. She leans in closer to expected.
What does it do?
I can make calls with it or send messages to people far away. It also tells me the time, and I can take pictures or play games too if I want. She takes the phone in her hands and flips it back and forward.
Is it like scrying? How does it do that?
Well, I had to turn it on first, but it doesn't work here. I think the battery is dead.
Oh,
She doesn't bother hiding her disappointment. She tilts her head back and returns her gaze to the sky. Underneath the moonlight, her pale skin seems to glow amidst the darkness. Her face softens and she smiles.
you're right. The stars really are beautiful.
We fall into comfortable silence and we enjoy the tranquility of the night. After we finish eating and cleaning up, Zach approaches us.
It's getting late.
Leanna nods.
I'll take first watch so you can rest.
Why are we letting this guy take first watch? We barely know you and you could like slit our throats. Sorry, I'm gonna be first watch. I'm gonna do fire guard. Fuck you, guy.
Alright, I'll take second watch.
I guess that just leaves me with third. Zach stares unblinkingly at me while Leanna coughs her nerves.
That's okay. We had an early start, and I'm sure you're tired. We should rest up and sleep through the night.
Whatever. Do you guys not trust me? I don't think I will ever say that. Do you guys not trust me? Do you guys don't love me? No, she's right, I'll do that. Alright, thanks. She smiles warmly.
Good night, then.
Good night. Zach nods, then Leanna crawls into her bedroll. As she lies down, Zach positions himself against the tree and takes a seat. Let's get to know Zach. I'm not gonna lie, let's get to know him. I'm not gonna go sleep yet. If we're going to be traveling together, I should make an effort to get to know what kind of person he is. I walk over to Zach. Hey. Mind if I sit? He gestures for me to join him, so I do. Obviously, I have to lead the conversation. So, how's the weather? Zach stares at me. Alright, let's switch gears. Are you a cat person or a dog person? What the fuck?
Is this going anywhere?
I sigh. I'm trying to build up some trust here, but you got to meet me halfway. Zach looks away. Great. I guess he doesn't want to talk.
Dog.
Ooh, what?
I prefer canines.
I do too. Oh, cool. The silence creeps in again. So, we're all going to Illumia. I'm sorry, this is exactly how I talk too. Like, I used to have a line in high school, and like, I would never build against it. This is my line. So, the weather's pretty good today, huh? And they would like say an answer, and that was basically it. Everyone, my best friend and everyone that knew me, like, that was my line. That was my go-to line. So, the weather's good today, huh? And they'll be like, yeah. It's mostly yes. I never had like, no, the weather sucks. No, it's mostly, yeah. This is me. This is how Gat talks right now. Well, yeah, I still talk like that. So we're all going to Illumia.
Yep.
What brings you there?
I'm meeting someone.
I feel like my voice gets louder. I don't know why, because right now I'm low, but when I said, we're all going to Illumia, like, I could feel my voice gets higher. Sorry. If I hurt your ears. Oh, a friend?
Someone from work.
What do you do?
I'm a mercenary.
This explains so much. Ah, acceptable murder. Seriously? That's so cool. Zach shifts uncomfortably. His stony facade cracks and reveals his surprise.
Okay. So, why are you going to Illumia?
Leanna's taking me to the Mage Academy. He studies me again.
Are you a mage? You don't have a manipulator.
I shake my head. No, I'm looking for answers. He nods in understanding and doesn't pry. Although I try to stop it, a yawn escapes.
You should get some sleep. We have an early start in the morning.
Thanks. That sounds familiar. I push myself to standing. Good night. He nods. I lie down in my bedroll and scooch around to get comfortable. I try closing my eyes to sleep, but something still doesn't feel right. Oh yeah, I need a pillow. Sitting up, I look around for anything I can use. My gaze falls on the Pongo, who is now resting beside Leanna. This is happening. This is happening right now. Pongo! The Pongo blinks open blurry eye, but perks up when he notices me.
Boy?
Come here.
Boy!
He happily bounces over. When he comes within reach, I make a grab for him and pluck him on my bedroll. He squeaks in protest as I lay my head on him. Like a slippery eel, he wiggles himself free and bounces back to Leanna's side. No, Pongo!
Boy!
He glares suspiciously at me.
Boy!
He turns his back to me and cuddles against Leanna. I sigh. Well, I guess I have no choice but to make do without being pillowless. Make do with being pillowless. Laying back down on my bedroll, I close my eyes and eventually drift us to sleep. Alright, I'm gonna end it there. Not because, dude, I would like to keep playing this game. Like, I know it's about to be an hour, like in 12 minutes. But, that's not why I'm ending it. I want to make these longer, but at the same time, my room is fucking hot right now. Like, I got no fan on because, like, it makes noise and everything. It's hot as shit in here. That's what I get for California nights. I wish I could fucking do these in the morning, but, you know, I can't because everyone's home and I don't want to wake them up. So, I gotta make do. Alright, so if you like this video, like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the bell notification, and I'll see you next time. Alright then. Well, as always, farewell and bye bye.